So I'm over here trying to find an apartment to stay. I'm at the leasing office, and I came to where the apartment locator suggested that I go because I was trying to get an apartment to leave, and he advised me to put my 60-day notice in last year. I put it in. Now it's been 60 days, and now that February 3rd is coming, and actually it turns out it's actually February 5th. And so I went to this apartment complex. This apartment complex told me that, oh, you know what, no, I went to one last night, and they told me I need to, because I have an eviction on my history, I need to call that company, and I need to see how much I owe. And so I've been calling them since yesterday. Called today, didn't get any further. I went to the apartment suggested down here, but it's so far from where I actually am going and taking classes that I was just like, oh, it's just too far. But when I get in here and I talk to the leasing office is like, oh, because you haven't, I tell them I have eviction in my past, in 2020. They say, girl, you should be able to call your apartment complex. You need to put pressure on them. They probably didn't want to do the research and actually look up your name from when they put that eviction on you. But I was just like, actually, it's owned by a different company. That's why they can't find it. It was owned by a different company at the time of 2020. Now that it's owned by a different company now, this is why they probably can't look that far back. I said, okay. They said, okay. So I came back in my car, just nothing. I was just like, let me just call. I called my apartment. They're like, actually, your lease is not up February 3rd. It's actually up February 5th, and somebody else is going to move in there. I was like, how they going to move in there? I thought my husband was still going to be in there. They're like, actually, I was like, I put a request to, like, move out in 60 days, and they're like, okay, well, we didn't tell you. I was like, did y'all tell my husband? Because y'all made it seem like if I submit it, then it's just something private. They're like, okay, well, if he calls up here and says that, hey, the other party is choosing to move out, then we have to let him know, because now we're asking... he's asking for a unit that he has access to, and I'm just like, he's asking for the update status that he has access to, and he's asking a direct question. So we're not going to give him direct answers to something that he asked, that he didn't ask about. So I was like, okay, dang. Which means that he's moving out the same day I'm moving out, but I wasn't giving him my plans because he's the narcissist in the situation. But we haven't talked about it. So he was gonna move out this next week. His spouse moving out. I mean, was he gonna take the kids? I don't see nothing leaving from the house. Also, have been studying every night. I'm in the academy for training, and I might need to look around. He's still starting arguments, and I'm to blame, and he is incapable of realizing anything that he contributes to before I respond with, like, please leave me alone, please don't do this, please don't attack me, please don't hurt. It's like, oh, I have an attitude. It's always like I have an attitude toward what he's changing. I'm laughing now, but it's so agitated and it's so frustrating, and that I just choose to sit in my truck, because you can't have an argument with me when you can't talk to me, you can't have access to me. It's just getting cold, and I'm just like, okay, soon. I just have to wait it out, because I know that when you work for anything law enforcement, or just a lot of jobs, if you come in contact with the police, you can get arrested. Some, if you come in contact but actually get charges filed against you, you can get separated from your job as well. But because it's so easy for my spouse to spark an argument or an altercation and get physical. Not because he not get physical. It's been a long time since there's been domestic violence. It's been March last year. We're in January 2023. That's a long time for me, because it used to happen way more often. But I feel, because I'm working in the sheriff's department, that I'm I feel like I may be intimidated. He might be like, girl, I don't care about you or nothing. And he really doesn't. Anyone that treats you in a way that just doesn't care, that treats you in this way that just all the ways I've been describing in my videos, they obviously don't care about you. And you're in denial if you think that they do. You are contributing to your situation and prolonging and elongating your situation if you think that they do. he doesn't care about me. But I had a friend pull me over to the side and was just like, he needs you. And the lady that did my taxes actually was just like, he needs you. And I was like, what? You don't even know me. I don't know what. And I dismissed it then. But having a male review and just survey my situation and to give me that kind of conclusion, I'm gonna take it. Yes, I do think that my spouse needs me, and I know that it's my personality, because I'm enduring and accommodating to this extent. He would need someone at this level that's just enduring. And yes, I'm being very cautious because I work, because of where I work. If I wasn't working in the sheriff's department, I would definitely have more freedom. If I wasn't in the academy, I would have more freedom to just go press charges, because it's just really frustrating. A lot of the things he does is not against the law. It doesn't mean that they're not wrong and he's not doing wrong things against me. Trying to start arguments with people all the time, and just walking around looking for problems as an instigator isn't against the law, but it's very hard and difficult to live in that. You don't have a spouse, you don't have a community companion, you don't have someone that's supporting, you don't have a mate that is there for you. You actually are living with an enemy. So it's very anxiety driven, just no peace, and just the fact that there's no peace. Like, that's it. That's the list. That's the beginning and the end. In my heart, I've always asked myself, is it bad to pray him away? Biblically, the scripture in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, it does say that the believing spouse should not send the non-believer away. It literally says that we should not send them away. And so as I read that, I'm just like, wow, I'm so glad it was set there, because that's exactly what I would ask my spouse. Can you just go? If you are this critical of me, this consistently and this constantly, I asked, why do you still, like, you're still here though, you still come home every night? He was just like, it's because of God. I was like, oh wow, okay. When you talk to people that do lie, you asking them direct questions, I think should be thrown out of the